And then let's see, Joe, we typically start off with the water department. I'll turn it over to you for an update.
Thank you. Good morning. Can everyone hear me okay? Thumbs up?
We can.
Awesome. So 90% of our work on Montgomery Street is complete, and that is ranging from Water Street down to Adams. We have one last connection to do on Montgomery and Adams, which we'll do after the convention down there. And we're working on getting up to Erie Boulevard on Montgomery for the rest of this week, and that should be completed. So all in all, Montgomery Street should be done in short order. And our attention's also turning to Jefferson Street, where we're going to be starting on South Clinton and West Jefferson. We're going to be trying to maintain traffic, at least in one lane, southbound on South Clinton. Most of our water work is going to be closer to the Jefferson Street side of South Clinton. So kind of take over that one block of Jefferson Street to kind of house equipment and materials. So between Clinton and Salina Street, that block will be shut down while we're doing that South Clinton work. As we move along, different items are working downtown. We'll make sure we can maintain traffic and open up traffic for any kind of festivals or events. And we'll keep moving down Jefferson Street towards Columbus Circle as the month progresses, and we'll probably be wrapping up in the early part of August on Jefferson Street. Any questions?
Yeah, question, Joe. Doug Muncy from St. Paul's.
Yes.
During the recent heavy rainfalls, we've had experience of, I think, some backup from storm sewers. Will this work help at all? My understanding is that other buildings do have experienced this in the past. So
Backup from storm sewers, you'd have to address that with engineering. Ours is just your domestic water supply.
Okay, thanks.
Yep. Any other questions?
So since we have engineering on here, John Kivelhan, is that something that you would be able to address for Doug?
Yeah, I'll look into it. I mean, that there's, some heavy rain events lately. I will talk to DPW, see if there's a history at this location. Again, downtown, some of the sewers are tributary to the county trunk sewer, so any backups and stuff are somewhat related to the capacity of the trunk sewer. So, but I'll look into that and see if there's a history of backups.
And I guess the related question is anyone else experiencing those sorts of issues, or is it sort of unique to us that we have to deal with? So,
yep. Has this just been recent, or do you have a history of?
There was a history when the Samaritan Center was there. They've been out for 5 or 6 years, but prior to that, there was, and we thought we had capped everything off pretty well, but early July, there was evidence of some water. So, and we're not there every day. We're not there every day to keep an eye on it. So, yeah.
But the water is coming up through your floor drains?
There was a floor drain where it appears to have come from.
Okay, I'll look into it.
Thanks.
Thank you.
And Joe Awald, I had a question about some of the work that's happening on Montgomery Street on sort of the Hanover Square periphery. Hanover Square, just even without construction activity, can be tricky to access. But right now, at least what was happening last week was that a driver could not access Hanover Square from the north. And so I didn't know if there's the block of Montgomery Street between Erie and Water Street. There was a sign that said closed, local traffic only, but the entire street had been blocked off to vehicular traffic. And is that area, the Montgomery Water Street intersection, is that an area where cars are able to get through? Because it was the businesses on the 200 block of East Water Street that were feeling the pinch.
That block should probably be open today, if not by the end of today. The contractor is wrapping up, putting down pavement and moving all their operations between Erie Boulevard and Water Street, so you can keep through traffic open on Water Street now.
Okay,
They were able to get through the intersection with the large pipe. A lot of obstacles to kind of hop through that intersection with different utilities and other items in the way. But it looks like they've gotten through and gotten to the other side, so they'll, when I was there yesterday, they were putting down pavement to open that intersection back up.
thanks, Joe. John, we want to fill us in on what's going on with the paving work?
Yep, good morning, everybody.
Morning.
Paving project, two contracts currently under construction. First contract, Salina and State Street project, the 300 block is open to traffic. That was completed last before July 4th weekend. Currently in the 400 block, working on the easterly side. We expect to pave that up to binder by Friday. That's weather dependent. Then we would switch operations to the west side. West side is going to take a little bit longer. There's some more full depth repair areas, but that construction is progressing. And then south of Adams, this week we have to top pave the center line lanes, the two center line lanes from Cortland to Adams. And after that, that section will be completely paved, and we're going to switch operations over to State Street and top pave that to Adams. So that's the update on the Salina Street construction. The other project that's in construction is the other downtown mill and pave. Currently, we're working on Clinton, up near the square, doing some full depth reconstruction there and progressing 88 corner reconstruction down along Clinton. So right now all that construction is focused on Clinton. They may jump to another street in the coming days or weeks, but we'll make sure everything's coordinated. And when we do flop the traffic on Salina Street, our intent is to use Clinton Street as the detour route, detouring traffic at Fayette Street to Clinton. We're just going to evaluate that for the remainder of the week, just with the water department construction and the other contractor on Clinton, what our options are for using Clinton as a detour route. But I'll advise anybody of any changes on traffic patterns. So that's all from the paving projects.
We can see John, the work with the 88 corner reconstruction, we can watch it progressing south on Clinton Street there at Clinton and Fayette this morning. After they wrap up Clinton Street, what other streets will need to be addressed as far as upgrading the pedestrian crossing areas?
Clinton, Warren, Jefferson, and Montgomery.
Okay.
Any 88 corner within that project limits that currently does not meet the current standards as required to get upgraded. That also applies to the Salina Street corridor and the State Street corridor.
Are there any questions for John in the engineering department? Okay. And then Chris Gorman, any updates from National Grid?
Well, we had hoped to do the gas main replacement on East Jefferson along the side of the cathedral. And since the Arts and Crafts Festival is 10 days away, there wasn't enough time to get water in there and then National Grid. So we all agreed that that block is not going to take place until after Arts and Crafts is over with.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, there's with Arts and Crafts Festival, there's essentially 4 months of planning going into a 3-week window. I think, thrilled to be able to host the festival and appreciate the cooperation of everybody. Any other items that folks would like to share or raise? Okay. Thank you all. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank
Barbara.
you.
Thanks.